Well, hello everyone. So one of the things to watch out for in the horn collecting world is the large prevalence of these bad Leslie S diaphragm rings. I've seen several aftermarket manufacturers make these, and the problem with these things is that A, the inside diameter is too big, and B, it's usually off center so much, sometimes so much so that it even hangs off the nozzle on some sides. So as a diaphragm, that obviously is bad. However, I was wondering, is there something else we can use these for? Because I don't like to throw out an otherwise perfectly good part. Well, possibly. So here is an RS chamber that is missing its diffuser ring. So what I'm thinking is if I can take this and I can enlarge the inside diameter a little bit so that it'll fit around the nozzle as the diffuser rings are supposed to, and then if I can trim the outside to match so that there's a little bit of space, and then finally cut little notches for the securement tabs. Basically, I'm going to see if I can take this bad aftermarket S diaphragm ring and see if I can make it into a replacement diffuser ring for this RS chamber here. So let's see. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Dremel with a grinding attachment on there. Nice and impregnated with aluminum because I have used it for grinding on Leslie bells that were welded. Yeah, as it turns out, aluminum doesn't grind real well. But anyways, I'm going to take this and I'm going to see if I can enlarge the inside diameter of this ring here. Okay, so I got it to fit around the nozzle. It is not perfectly round, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be. And so the next step is I'm going to measure from the nozzle to the outside, leaving a little bit of a gap. And then I'll mark those measurements on the ring. And then we'll put a cutter wheel in the Dremel and trim the outside. Okay, so I got markings made with just a Sharpie on the disc, roughly a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. Again, doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to work. It's not even going back into revenue service, it'll be fine. Got a cutting wheel in the Dremel, safety glasses, and let's go. Yeah, so stainless goes through cutting wheels awfully fast. I haven't even gotten the rough notches cut out yet. I got one more to do. Glad these things are fairly cheap, though. Alright, so I very quickly discovered that the top of the cutting wheel, when done carefully, actually works really good to smooth this down. Like so. Anywho's, I have my ring here. It's a little rough, it's not pretty, it doesn't need to be, as I said, but it does fit down into my chamber right like I want it to. See, look at that. So now, the last thing to do is I just need to cut little notches for these mounting posts. Okay, so here's my method for cutting these little notches. I took the Dremel tool and just cut a bunch of teeth in there, and then just slowly push the cutting wheel sideways. Now that leaves the edge pretty jagged, but as I discovered, that'll actually bend against those tabs and hook onto them, and hopefully will hold in place real well. Just a quick sanding with some 220 paper, get the burrs and stuff off of there. So hopefully I don't get any metal filings lodged between the nozzle and the diaphragm later on, because that would suck. But yeah, I can actually run my fingers over this and on the edges and not cut myself open, which is really nice. So that means I did a pretty decent job, I think. All right. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. So now all I'm going to do is take a screwdriver and just press it down around all those support posts, and I think we're good to go. Turns out my idea worked exactly like I wanted it to. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Boom. Yeah, we're in. Excellent. It works, y'all. Cool. Okay, and there's the finished product. A crude yet functional RS diffuser. So this chamber is ready to put back into service. So have a good day, everyone.